Hey guys.
Hi, how are
Hey
you?
Herb, how you doing?
Good. Herb Stratford. I'm with KMSB KOLD Tucson, Arizona. Great to meet you.
Nice
Good
to
to
meet
meet you
you. How are
too. Love
you?
your posters.
Oh, thank you. So let me start by just asking, were you fans? Were you aware of the show before you came on? Or was this just totally out of the blue and you're like, sure, sounds good?
I knew of the show. It was on my list of shows to watch because I love like space travel history and stuff like that. But the just the initial pitch of the show is just intriguing.
So
And
good.
like I remember telling my dad and my mom, who were both, alive and well and teenagers for the 1969 moon landing, like I remember telling them about the pitch of a Russian landing on the moon before, and my dad was just like, "There's no way the Russians land on the moon before us," even though Russians did send somebody to space
Yeah,
first, and they went around the Earth first. But anyway, that's a whole other thing.
yeah.
But yeah, no, it was exciting. It was exciting to
It is
join.
exciting. Yeah, I had family who were big fans of the show, so it was a really cool experience. And then also like keeping things from them, it feels very I have the cards on my end, you know? Yeah.
Well, and your character and as you're like you have such an interesting arc because of the way that you're being pushed and pulled by these different forces. And I'd imagine when you get pages, you're like, okay, where am I going? Where is my character going? And it's not sort of telegraphed, It's sort of like it's wildly interesting.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's such a I feel like in kind of my character's mind, I've created all these like totem poles of like what are kind of or what are the stakes, what are the directions that you tend to go in, and to work with like writers like these has been so fun because they really know the characters in and out. And so to kind of feel like I can intuitively like lean on these writers and then just be part of the flow is incredible.
And Barrett, I mean, you're sort of being dropped into a mess. You know?
Yep.
And I feel like that's sort of got to be interesting. It's not like you're just like, oh, you're going to be this character. It's like, no, you're coming in, you're sort of your character is right in the middle of all this action and all this potentially life-changing stuff. So that's got to be sort of exciting to be thinking about as your character evolves.
Yeah, absolutely. It was fun to play a character that, pretty much everybody on Mars is pretty much on the same page. Like Mars first, Mars is ours. This is our home. We're gonna fight for it. And then there's Marcus, who's just like, you guys realize there'd be no Mars civilization if it weren't for all the shit that Earth sends up. Like, I mean, they're doing you an incredible service. I think you're biting the hand that feeds here a little bit. Like, so he has a totally unpopular opinion,
Mhm.
but then it comes to a point where he really needs to put his money where his mouth is and prove his loyalty to his home planet. And it's not something that he likes to talk about. But he's gonna kind of put his head down and keep moving forward because that's his duty. So it's a tough spot to be in for him.
Yeah, I would imagine much more than other people who are just sort of blindly like, let's just follow the mob and, figure it out.
Mhm.
So I know that they just announced there's a sixth and final season. I'd imagine you guys are jazzed that that's out there. You probably already knew it, but the rest of us just found out today.
Did you did you hear
Right?
about
I'm
that?
not giving you any news flash. All right, just making sure. So, I mean, are you excited about sort of where you think you're going? I mean, I'm sure the writers haven't told you anything, but I know that it's sort of been mapped out, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Right, I have no idea, really. I mean, like it's been such a fun time on this last season. Like it's been really amazing. And so I think whatever the writers like the directions that they choose to take, it's just
hmm
can't wait to see it.
I mean, people come and go on the show, so I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Who
It's
knows?
true. And there will be a time jump, so you never know what's going to
Yeah.
A
happen
lot
with
can
this
happen in
story.
10
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very
Yeah.
true. Well, I just want to congratulate you both on some great work this season. Can't wait to see you next season.
Thanks, Herb.
Definitely.
You're the second Herb I've ever met. Nice to meet
Oh, all right.
you.
All
Yeah.
right, man. Thanks, guys. Take care.
Awesome. Thank
Meet
you
you.
so much. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.